My mind keeps thinking all the time. My mind is never at peace. Even when I sleep, my mind keeps thinking. And one problem that is stuck in my mind is that thoughts. Different worries keep bothering me all the time. Things that have not happened keep coming to mind or have happened. Then I get shocked by them. They keep going in my mind in the form of thoughts. This is a very common complaint. It is a very common problem. Whenever there is a discussion on this topic, let's say there is a workshop or a lecture, I have seen that the majority of people in this group have this problem that my thoughts keep going on. Therefore, this video will help a lot. I hope these things helped me a lot. If you listen to it carefully, it can solve a big problem for you. Listen to the talk. Every organ in our body has a job. Now no one says, "Look, my eyes keep looking. Look, my eyes are looking. I am looking here and there, so my eyes see the door. My eyes seem to be seeing a camera." In this way, no one complains. "Look, why is my ear listening? Look, it is making a sound. Look, there is a noise outside. There is a sound of rain." No one says, "Why is the heart beating?" No one says, "Why are the kidneys making urine? Why are the liver doing chemical work?" But we complain about our brain. Why is it thinking? The only job of the brain is to think. Thinking and thought are the only things that run the entire system of human life. Then why do we complain about the brain? What we complain about is not why does the brain think? Remember only one thing. Our complaint is that our brain's thinking is not under our control. Otherwise, the brain is the most effective controlling organ of our body. It is one of the great blessings of Allah. By the way, even a fingernail is a blessing from Allah. Hair is also a blessing from Allah. But the brain in the body is this supersonic computer. And all these things are so. There are 28 billion neurons in our brain. This is the greatest blessing of Allah. The only problem is that due to lack of training and lack of practice, our thinking process becomes beyond our control. When it becomes beyond our control, we feel pain. For example, you must have seen that some people have a disease called rickets. Their hands are shaking like this. Now, it is the job of the hand to move, to hold, but when it becomes beyond our control, then we feel pain. Similarly, first of all, understand that we have no complaints about the thinking of the brain. We complain about why the thinking of the brain is beyond our control. Well, now one thing is done. Second, you should see that this thinking process in our brain is actually an electrical process. Electric current flows through our neurons. With that current, one neuron gives current to another neuron, another gives current to a third neuron, and when the relevant neuron, when we interact with a certain type of current, a certain type of thought is created, and when circuits start forming automatically in our brain, thoughts start coming to our brain due to these circuits, and there are different types of activities in our brain, which are the activities. This is the second thing I told you. I am trying to explain it to you in a very simple way. Thirdly, now you should think about one thing, and I will explain it to you. Then, after combining them, we will extract some meaning from it. The third thing is that suppose you are going hunting and you have a gun in your hand and you are hunting an animal. You see an animal moving in the bush and you are looking at it. What will you do? You will focus completely on it. You will focus completely. Only that thought will come to your mind and that thought will focus you. And when you're having this thought, all the chemicals in our body are fight and flight chemicals. That is, cortisol is being produced, adrenaline is being produced, light is being produced, adrenaline is being produced. All these things are called in English fight and flight, that you either have to run away or fight. Someone does this kind of work, and in it, our brain is firing quickly, sparking, because we are trapped in one thing, trapped in one idea. Now, when this situation becomes a habit and nature of a person that he is trapped in one idea that I have to pay a loan, how will my loan be paid off? Or this idea is coming to his mind that I have been abused a lot, my marriage has gone very wrong, my wife does not not have a proper relationship with me, or she does not have a husband, or this idea has come to me, not only from my children, but also from my children, or this idea has come to me that I did not get a proper job, my kiss is not at all right. Then this idea has come to you. Then you are completely physically and all your hormones and chemicals, they will all be in fight and flight mode all the time, and your mind will start making these kind of noises here and there inside your brain. And this is the condition that I have mentioned to everyone about. Well, now the most important thing to bring them under control is this. Listen carefully. The key is to become aware of these thoughts. Learn to observe them, just as I can look at this chair or these books in front of me. Become an outsider who watches the thoughts. Whenever such thoughts arise, practice observing them and saying to yourself, right now, I am having the thought that I do not know how I will repay my debt. This thought is causing me anxiety. The moment you do this, you begin to realize that the thought is one thing and you are another. The thought is separate from you. Once you recognize this separation, you stop identifying yourself with the thought. The thoughts may still come, but they will not affect you in the same way. I hope I am explaining this clearly. With a little practice, watch your thoughts the way you would watch people passing by in front of you. A tall person, a thin person, a heavy person, someone in blue clothes, someone in white clothes. Simply observe them. There is another exercise that may be even easier. When thoughts are troubling you intensely, focus on 3 things. 1, what you can see. 2, what you can hear. 3, what sensations you can feel in your body. For example, as I sit here, I can see the bookshelf, the books, the person sitting in front of me, and my glasses. As soon as I started paying attention to these things, my mind stopped thinking. Then I noticed bodily sensations, a slight pain in my neck, my hand touching the sofa, the cool air from the air conditioner touching my skin. Then I noticed sounds, someone opening a door, people talking outside, perhaps construction work nearby. As soon as I shift my attention to sights, sounds, and sensations, I return to the present moment. Most thoughts are about the past or the future, but sensations are not in the past or future. They exist now. What we see exists now. What we hear exists now. So when we consciously become aware of these 3 things, we enter the present moment. You can call this meditation. This is essentially meditation. It is also called mindfulness. The moment this happens, the brain shifts its attention to these sensations and sounds. The brain's pattern of activity changes. Gradually, it becomes calm, quiet, peaceful, and still. These are 2 exercises you can practice. There is a 3rd exercise I once read in a book and found very useful. If you are experiencing intense anxiety, panic, or overwhelming thoughts, simply focus on your heart. Close your eyes and imagine looking at your heart. Keep your attention there. Since your full focus is directed toward that area, your brain cannot simultaneously engage in excessive thinking. The thoughts begin to fade. After a short while, you may notice that your heartbeat becomes more regular and that a sense of calm spreads throughout your body. So, in summary, when thoughts feel out of control, the way to regain control is to bring your mind into the present moment. As soon as you return to the present moment, your brain becomes engaged with what is happening right now, and the stream of uncontrolled thoughts begins to weaken. Then the thoughts that remain are more likely to be the ones you consciously choose to think about.